At the end of the day, a job description is a question. They're asking a question. This is what's important to the company. This is how we operate. This is what this role that we've posted is going to be responsible for, and is how it'll be working. Here are the specific bullets that you have to have your qualifications to do this job. You know, look forward to seeing you apply. So when you're doing your, again, something like cover letter, it's you frame it in the same way, where it's you're starting off with who you are, what gets you out of bed every day, what excites you, the kinds of things, because of that's what your jam is, the kinds of roles and things you've been drawn to, not the specific achievements. That's for your resume. But the things that have pulled you in, that you've been successful. So again, as you're seeing, your cover letter and this first part of your application is mirroring what the job posting says. When it comes to the bullets, the specific skills I will bring to this role are, and you throw in bullets that align with what the job description is. And then, thanks for considering my candidacy. I look forward to discussing this with you further. Just, you're mirroring what their application is. You're using their language back at them. The resources they use is around AI. And this is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful example. And there's no one AI. I'm a bit of a nerd in that way. I love all of them, like whether it's a Copilot or ChatGPT. A lot of them have sort of a similar language model behind it. But one that I really love, especially for document creation development application, is Google's NotebookLM. If you've got a Google account, you've probably got access to it already. What NotebookLM is wonderful on is, some of the chats, you ask it some questions, and there's a whole other piece I'll talk about later on. There's some wonderful videos and presentations on how to use AI properly. And the proper way to use AI is not a tool. It is an assistant. And even assistant sort of puts it off. Think of it as a coworker. How would you talk to and work with a coworker, right? If you type something in and it gives you a crappy answer, or an answer that's not relevant, well, then help it, train it. It wants to help you, but you've got to teach it before it can inform you. Where NotebookLM comes in so well is that instead of just answering or typing in questions, it's set up to compare documents. And so again, going back to, you've got this resume, you've got your cover letter or whatever you've got. Say, let's start with resume. This is the best example I've seen. Download the job description from their website or wherever or LinkedIn, wherever it is. That's a document, save as a PDF. And have your resume as a PDF or a Word document, whatever that is. In NotebookLM, it's gonna create you can have multiple notebooks, areas, folders, what have you, projects. Create a new one, upload both of those documents. And as soon as you upload it, it's going to give you a quick high level, hey, I see you've just done this, and this is sort of what I'm seeing. Thanks for uploading it. This is what I see that you uploaded. Then say, if I'm applying, please identify all the gaps, opportunities, and maybe my best strengths, looking at my current resume with what this job description is looking for. And it'll give you an incredibly short period of time, an unbiased view of, these are great. You should talk more about that. This you're not saying at all, but and it might even give you some suggestions as well too. So it's going to identify the gaps. The first thing that reads your resume for that company in their applicant tracking system could be an AI. So why wouldn't you put it through yours first to get ready for theirs, right? And if it just tells you where the gaps are, then then this is when you don't stop there. This is, inspiration is a discipline. You have to keep going for it if you want to get more information and create more. Based on you identifying some gaps, what parts of my resume should I strengthen more? What are the parts that I should be, are there things that I could do to tailor it closer to that? Keep asking it questions. Nothing that comes out of AI is just copy paste and you use it, but it's going to give you a very unbiased opinion as to the areas that you might want to strengthen. I talk a lot about this, but they're looking for that. Well, oh, okay. Well, I did that. I didn't realize that. That's one of the most important parts on the job description. And I don't even have that on my resume. I've been so focusing on this one piece. That other part of my job I didn't think was as cool or as sexy or as big a part of my job. But if that's what they want, then that's where you're going to edit it. You're not starting from scratch. You are tailoring your application to answer the question that's being asked by the job description. And AI is a wonderful, wonderful tool to help you identify that. It's very hard to edit our own work, our own experiences.